Hello viewers, here's kind of an odd thing. This is a Honeywell surround heat heater. It is the CAS model number HZ-2204U. 12.5 the amps, 1500 the watts, air heater. And where's the dumb phrase? There it is. Made in China. Okay. Does it have it does have a date thing there, but I don't know how to decrypt that. Looks like it says QC45. Anyways, this is kind of an interesting heater. Typical warning label on the back. Looks like there's far more dust in there than is safe, so we're gonna have to get that cleaned out, which of course is something I would do anyways. And it has this, which looks like a light switch. Oh, I see what that is. That opens and closes the back so it can put heat out the back or just the front. That's kind of clever. Okay. And then we have an interesting push and turn control. I don't hear that clicking, but that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work. Oh jeez, you couldn't even see that. Okay, so let's get the cord unwrapped. We put a tie wrap around it, which is something that should never be done to a wire. Wires should never have tie wraps on them. It's the forbidden. And there is something odd about this unit. This came from the Habitat, but it didn't cost the $15. It only cost the $10, which is very, very rare at that store. Just about everything costs the $15. Okay, I've got the kilowatt meter over here. I decided I ought to just leave the thing over here, and that was a good move because I've been able to use it in every video. So I have more than one of them, so I'll just permanently leave it over here. Alright, so we're testing at 121 volts. And let's go ahead and start up the fan. Okay, it's running. There is really pretty much no air coming out of there to speak of. Like, just about nothing. I'm sure that's largely because it's clogged. Probably also because it's one of those ceramic heaters and there just isn't a lot of air that'll get through. The fan, which is operating in person, is drawing 21 watts. And just to prove that it does work, our ambient temperature in here is about 67 degrees. Now let's go ahead and turn it on to low. Now it's drawing the 750 watts, 747, 745. It's going down a little bit. And it is getting the hot. It's warming up nicely. And even though this is open in the back, it's hardly coming out the back at all. Which of course naturally, just by the way it's looking, it at most would only output half the amount of air in the back as it would output in the front, because it's got that there, which is covering about half of the airflow space. So this is not truly surround heat. It's more like half heat and like quarter heat or something. Okay, we're down to 742 watts, so it's right around where it should be. These usually draw 750 watts on half power and 1500 on full power, so it's half on low. And it's getting hot, but it's not scalding hot. Not sure where the element is in this thing. It's probably not accessible, you know, with the thing here, but I was reading at about 170 on the highest. Let's go to the high setting. And I heard the fan slow down a little bit. It's now drawing 1,427 watts, so it's right around where it should be. And now it's getting near scalding hot. I don't want to keep my hand there. 305. That's working pretty good. It's definitely thrown out a lot of heat. But this surround thing is definitely kind of a gimmick. Right over the top of it, I feel a lot of heat coming out over the top. If the fan was stronger and it kind of pushed the air out to the side better, of course it would work better. That's pretty good. That's hot. We're at 1,425 watts. About 350 degrees. And that's not necessarily the air temperature, just whatever surface it was reading at, and I'm not really sure where it was or how accurately it reads through the grate. Alright, so it definitely works. Let's go back to the fan to cool it off. Oh, the thermostat. Let's see if that works. Yep, that does work. And it controls it on the fan mode as well, which I never quite understood that. In my opinion, what this should do is cut off the element only and let the fan run all the time. That would improve the accuracy of that thermostat significantly, at least on most of them, because a lot of times what happens is when the thermostat cuts it off, it takes the fan off as well right away, and so now all the heat from the element is contained within the machine, and of course it heats up the thermostat as well. And so until it cools off, that thermostat's not going to get an accurate reading, and that could be, depending on where it's used, well after the temperature has dropped in the room. Okay, most of the heat's out of there, so we'll cut it off. I'm going to check on the meter. 20 watts about what it was before, and off. Yeah, it looks like it is a ceramic element in there. Can't really see the fan, so that will have to wait until we take it apart. There's a lot of dust in there. So, interesting design, very gimmicky of course, but nonetheless an interesting piece of Honeywell history. Probably I would say this was a 2000s product, or maybe late 90s, somewhere in there.